Coach, first off, you guys are getting ready for the upcoming season. In preparation for that season opener, February 11th, how are things going as you guys get ready?
We're going good. We're frothing at the mouth to play somebody else other than ourselves. We finished off with our last scrimmage this last weekend, and you could just tell it was time to play somebody else. And we're doing well. We're just finishing up the last little touches, making sure we've covered all the bases. But we're looking forward to starting next week.
The coaches poll, you guys were picked second, even though you guys won the conference tournament. Would you rather have it kind of pick second with the kind of show the team, hey, this is where they're picking us, so we want to get that top spot? Did you feel like maybe you should have been picked first?
We really haven't even talked much about the polls. We've historically been ranked a lot, and it's how you finish, really. It's great that we're ranked number 2 in the conference and 19th in the nation, but we've got to go out there every day playing our best, and again, it's all about the end and how we finish. That's going to determine our season. I expected us to be ranked number 2. Honestly, Monterey Bay is tough. They've got everybody returning. They won the conference last year and also won the first regionals last year, losing in the super regionals, and they've got everybody returning, so I wouldn't expect us to be any higher.
You guys are going to spend the first month on the road. Just talk about thoughts of just spending a large amount of the time of the season just away from here.
It's normal for us. We know not to play at home in February, and obviously you can tell it's softball season because the weather's outside. It's raining. So we purposely plan being on the road, especially in the LA area, and we try to do Vegas in February because we know the weather's going to be better there, and we're going to get games in instead of waiting or taking the chance to play here in February.
People, returners that are again going to make it a good season for you guys.
Everybody in that starting lineup is really going to make an impact. I look to Tiffany Hollinsworth to come back strong. To have another good solid year. Danny Randall, Hannah Williams. Allison McKibben's been having a really good fall and spring so far, so I look to her to have a better year. And I can go around the circle. Julie Pena returning at third base, the best third baseman in the league last year, if not the region, I believe. And we just have a good solid group back full of really solid newcomers. In Breonna Bajarin, Hannah Holland, and with returners that weren't starters, Carly Perkins and Cindy Chavez. We just got a really good rounded group, and then of course you got in the circle Maddie and Katie coming back for another good solid year.
Is it true number 1 is Katie your number 1, or is that just kind of
for softball we play doubleheaders. There's not really a number 1. So I've got 2 number 1s, I've got Maddie and Katie, and I could start one in the first game, and I could start one in the second game, and then the next day it could be switched. So I really don't stick to that number 1 theory, basically because we have, we play 2 games a day. So you have to have 2 starting pitchers, and that's what we have.
Obviously, a pitching staff can take a softball team so far. Mm-hmm. But with the core that you bring back on offense, do you feel like just the hitters should be able to carry this team this season?
Definitely. Our offense has been our big component for the last couple of years, and they're going to be just as big this year. And Maddie and Katie are solid enough in the circle that they're going to help carry us along with our hitting. So it's going to be a balanced attack, but I definitely think our hitting is going to keep us in the ball game with our strong pitching.
Any newcomers that could get a significant amount of playing time?
Like I mentioned earlier, Hannah Holland, she's a freshman in from the Oakdale area. She's going to be our leadoff. She's not a power hitter, but strong. She can bunt, she can slap, and she's probably going to steal some bases for us. And that's something that we haven't had in a while, is a lot of speed at the top of the order. Last year we had Tanya Walker, but she was more power. And Breonna Bajarin, who is a sophomore transfer in from Corbin, who is friends with Tiffany Hollandsworth and Hannah Holland. They all come from the same area, and she's going to come in right now, probably be starting at second base or the outfield. Somehow she'll find a way in the lineup with just her stick.
Has everybody forgotten about the regionals?
You don't really forget things when you end in a little disappointing area, but you got to move on. You got to move on, and these girls are ready to come back and prove that they're better than going 0-2 at a regional, and they want to get back to the national championships, and just like every team that we expect here at Humboldt, and we're excited to get back out there.
My last question: you got some opponents to begin the season, then you have that tournament over in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the importance just going over there and playing at that event in Vegas.
Well, the importance is first of all, we're going to be playing people outside of our league. We play people in our league enough, so we choose this tournament on purpose because we're going to see teams that are in our region but not in our conference. And after our conference, they're going to look at how you do in regional games, and so it's important for us to go to these ones because we're not going to see Cal Baptist again this season until postseason. We're not going to see Augustana, Dixie. These guys aren't on their schedule the rest of the year, so it's important to see them some point. And we prefer the hard schedule because that's the only way you're going to get better is by playing those tough teams, and you're going to learn. And it could be a rocky road, it could be a great road to start, but either way, you're going to learn some lessons, and it's going to help us in the long run into postseason.